And I just want to say here and now, the test of the civility and democracy of any environment is how it treats those who are most vulnerable. Good evening to everyone. Delighted that you are all here. Uh, Special shout out to our guests for this evening. Tonight is a very important moment to think about this issue of domestic violence. I have deep and abiding regard for um, Karen Earl and the team at Jenesse have been, and we just think with profound respect for the work and the staying power and the commitment to um, the dignity and worth of all persons, irrespective of uh, gender.
So in 1980, domestic violence was referred to as an act of physical violence, coercion, or intimidation within a domestic relationship, often within marriage or cohabitating partners, though the specific definition varied by jurisdiction.
The focus was, getting people on the hotline calls or providing shelter for 30 days if they could. But there are no, and the definition was real limited. We know that that's just the beginning.
Right, right, right. And we know the current definition is a pattern of behaviors in a relationship where one person is trying to take control and maintain power over another. So we know domestic violence in a different way now because of all the studies that we've had, and we have so much more understanding of domestic violence than we did in 1980. So the 5 forms of abuse: physical, emotional, psychological, sexual, and financial. And all of these are forms of domestic violence, but it's hard to, sometimes folks will call our hotline and they say, I don't know if this is abuse. Some forms of abuse is hard to see because, the person don't have a black eye or a busted lip. Most forms of abuse start in a pattern, and the physical part is the last of the abuse to start. So financial, controlling money, psychological and emotional abuse, all of those parts of abuse will start before the physical violence comes. And so more than 40,000 women and children have been sheltered and supported since Jenesse was founded. And that is a profound number. 94% of clients reported domestic violence affected their mental health. And we know that domestic violence is the cause for mothers and children, is the largest cause known for them to be homeless. Is domestic violence. So we'll talk about the 5 signature programs. I'm going to read this: the family wellness, the legal services, workforce development, permanent housing. Generation J is the youth program, where youth education, prevention, advocacy, and leadership, which this part of the program is so important because if you can teach children how to have healthy relationships, what that looks like, we can prevent them from having to use these first 4 programs when they're older.
And thanking the Jenesse team for the work they have done, the work they are doing, like right now, and the work that they will do well into the future. And is my hope, my prayer, that we will be helpful. Bishop, the data make it abundantly clear that the primary driver for women experiencing homelessness connects directly to domestic violence coupled with evictions. And we understand the long-term impacts of domestic violence in terms of trauma, um, but not so much understanding was brought to bear in terms of the impact of the financial violence, as was made reference to earlier. Or, um, um, I simply wish to say the long-term impacts of that phenomenon is not to be underestimated. Once your credit is wrecked, it's hard to hook things back up again. And these issues conspire um, very sharply on the gender front. A text called Evicted is well worth you all being introduced to and knowing as we continue to understand how homelessness unravels itself in front of our very eyes. Tonight has been enlightening. It's important that we know resources, that we support these resources. I respect the fact that Karen was not at all shy about invoking the language of accountability. I like that. There's no point in pretending to be of service. If you want to be authentic, you have to be accountable because these issues are critically important to the dignity and worth of every man, woman, and child. And Jenesse has made its mark. Um, it's helped many people for a long time, and even those who were unaware of it, they've been indirectly benefited.
Our staff wrote this not long ago. So 1 year ago, we reopened the doors to Fannie Lou, restoring a sacred space of safety, healing, and empowerment for more than 100 mothers and children. In that time, the space has become more than a shelter. It has become a place where families rebuild their lives with dignity, support, and renewed possibility. Together, we have strengthened the families, restored hope, created pathways towards independence. We served over 100 mothers and families, but 100 mothers and families who left here and did well.